just recently put up a video about apologizing, saying you're sorry when you're really not sorry. And it reminded me of a story. So I'm going to tell this little story, and then I'm going to get to the point of why I'm telling the story. This is a true story. It's the real McCoy. It's about a bully in town whose name doesn't matter. It could be any Tom. Excuse me. He could be any Tom. Dicker hair. Anyhow, so this guy is a giant, ugly, redheaded guy. Not that it matters that he's ugly, not that it matters that he's redheaded. It just matters that he's big. But so if you're ugly or redheaded, please don't take offense to that. But because it doesn't apply to you, it only applies to him in this particular case, and you'll see why it becomes relevant in the story. So anyway, one day I'm standing at the bar, and this big, ugly redhead is standing next to me, and I'm taking a swig of my beer. So I'm pulling back on the beer, and he thinks it'd be funny because he's twice my size to smack the beer bottle. So he smacks the beer bottle. Bottle hits my teeth. Beer is in my nose. It's in my throat. I'm choking. I have to spit the beer out. I don't know what I'm going to do with the beer. I can spit it back in the bottle. I can spit it on the floor, or I can spit it in his big, ugly, redheaded face. So I decide, on an impulse, to spit it in his big, ugly, redheaded face. Now, do I feel sorry for that? Do I feel bad about that? No, I do not feel sorry for that. I do not feel bad about that. But he said to me that I should apologize. He demanded an apology. When I refused to apologize, he smacked me on the shoulder. Now, I still had a whole bottle of beer, and if he didn't like being spit on, I'm sure he wouldn't like having the beer thrown in his face, so that's what I did. At that point, he grabs me, turns me around. There's a pool table behind me, pushes me against the pool table. My hands are down around my front, holding onto the pool table. I can't get a swing at him, and he's punching me in the back of the head. People in the bar grab him and pull him off of me, and I stand up and look, staring down, and they tell me to get out of the bar. They're holding him from beating me, and they tell me to get out of the bar. So I leave. It's easier to tell me to leave the bar to break up the fight than it is to throw his big, fat, ugly, redheaded ass out. But, okay, I leave the bar. So I leave the bar, and a few months later, I go back to the bar with the girl that I'm dating, and he happens to be there. He comes up from behind me and puts his hand on my beer so that I can't throw it at him. Because he knows he can't beat me in a battle of wits, and he knows I can't beat him in a physical fight. But apparently he doesn't want to have a fair fight and just throw beer on each other. So at any rate, he's holding my beer, and he says to me, "You owe me an apology." And I said, "Actually, I don't owe you an apology. You demanded an apology. You didn't get the apology, so you beat on me and had me thrown out of the bar. That actually means you owe me an apology. Because if one of those things made up for the fact that I didn't give you an apology, then the other thing makes up for the fact that changes the balance, and you owe me an apology now." He didn't apologize. He refused to apologize. Instead, he said, "I demand an apology." And I said, "Okay, I'm sorry. You're a big, fat, ugly, stupid redhead." And the fight was on again. And again, they pulled him off, and again, they thrown me out of the bar. Point of the story is, both times I took the beating, both times I got evicted from the bar, and you know what? I still feel like I won. I feel like I won because when you get right down to it, I didn't cave in. I didn't give in. He didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't give in. That makes me the winner. Now, the point of this story is, if you're a religious person and you believe in God, that's all well and good. This God made you the way you are. This God demands that you behave in a certain way. If you find it impossible to behave in that way, or if you simply choose not to behave in that way, that's your choice. That's your decision. Do you owe that God any apologies? Think about it. You can win this fight. Thank you.